How's up, buddy?
How are you?
How's it going?
Great. So we'll start with just a softball. What can you tell us about the upcoming season that you're excited for fans to see?
Well, without spoiling everything, which I will totally do in the 7 minutes, I'm really excited for the fans to see the attention to detail and the specificity that was written into the backstory into our villain. You know, we really do. Me and Greg have a conversation before every season about who's the villain. You know, who they're going to get. It needs to be someone that makes us feel unsafe. You know, that can threaten us. And you know, right in the very first episode, we're throttled. You know, we have to figure out, you know, who these people are and how to fight them. There's supernatural villains this year, so it delves into an area that Dick Grayson is not familiar with. So he has to kind of reach out and involve people into his little circle that he necessarily wouldn't like to involve, like Jinx. And you know, I think for the fans, they've seen a certain thing in 1, 2, and 3. We've seen, you know, the hand-to-hand combat side of Dick Grayson that he's learned with Batman. We've seen, you know, some great fights with Deathstroke. We've seen the psychological thriller storyline with Crane, and that was a great villain. We've seen a Titan, you know, go rogue with Red Hood, and this is a chance for fans to really attach to the supernatural, dark magic, the occult, horror elements that I feel like a lot of fans in this genre also love, you know. So it's kind of mixing a lot of elements that we haven't ever done before. So.
Great. My question: we've seen you start this series as Robin, then Nightwing, and now you're there, and in the leader role. Where do you take your character from here?
I'm only not Robin because I don't fit in the suit anymore. The Nightwing suit can take me to 200 kilos. From here, I think that Nightwing, you know, he's not a perfect guy. You know, he's not a perfect superhero. He makes mistakes. He has flaws. He is a character that inherently is trusting his instincts, you know, and sometimes, like everyone, they lead him down the wrong path, and he has to kind of, you know, be honest with that and kind of, you know, retract and self-right himself. I think from here on out, we'll see Nightwing get more confident in his decisions, more trusting of the people in his team, and approach the situation not from an egotistical point of view, but, you know, a best outcome point of view. And I think in the past, you know, he would have kind of just gone out into the night and solved problems by himself. But now he's smart enough to realize that his main strength is his team.
He doesn't have to do everything by himself.
Yeah, exactly. He can delegate, and the supernatural is just another element that teaches him. Look, man, you don't know everything about the world. You know, there's things that you don't know about. You need help. Like, don't be afraid to reach out and ask for help sometimes.
That's great to hear.
Yeah.
Great to hear. Very good.
Is there anything you can kind of tease about the relationship between Tim and Dick this season? Like him training as Robin, like.
Yeah, so, you know, at the end of season 3, Dick says, jump on in, like, you know, come with us. I'll train you up to be a Titan. And Tim jumps into the RV, super excited to become a Titan. He thinks it's going to happen tomorrow, you know, but what happens is Dick needs him to see how we operate and to feel instinctively how we make decisions as a team and how we fight crime as a team and how we operate as a team. And I think that is a big obstacle for Tim. He has to learn to be patient, and, you know, when his time is ready, when his time comes,
He'll know.
yeah, Dick, he'll be ready, but until that time, you're not ready. And I think for him, it's frustrating because he wants to fight crime. He feels ready. He feels like super eager to get out there and do his thing. But Dick knows that kill him. You know, there's severe consequences. We've seen what happened with Jason Todd, you know, with Red Hood last season when that happened. So Dick doesn't want to make the same mistake. He doesn't want him to go down a path that he couldn't return from.
Yeah, we saw the ninja clip on the uploaded. Very good. Very good.
And also, like the ninja clip, he doesn't want to get Tim killed.
I saw that.
Like trying to throw him out and stuff. Like, okay, you can try it if you want.
Yeah, come along, you might die. But
He can twice. He can't die. He can't die twice.
yeah. You got to die to be a Titan.
Of course.
Now shifting a little bit, can you talk at all about the relationship with Starfire? Can you know, does that change? Is there anything different going on this season?
It does change, yeah. In season 1, we had, you know, our romance kind of blossomed and dulled in 2 and 3 because we had more important things in it. You know, she came to do a job and go back to Tamaran, but her plans changed a little bit, and my plans definitely changed when this terrified girl came into my life, and I had to kind of, you know, help her survive. But season 4, we kind of, out of desperation and, you know, circumstances, we find ourselves in this position of leadership together, and through that leadership and teamwork and just the circumstances that we're in, we find our romance again, and we, you know, throughout the season start to realize, you know what, we do have feelings for each other. And yeah, you know, at the very end of the season, we're honest about that, and we tell each other.
Do you think Dick seeing Maury in the Lazarus Pit vision kind of made him look
Say
at...
again.
Dick seeing Maury in the Lazarus Pit vision, like, made him look at Corey differently and being like, all right, now I kind of know who I am. I think we should try this again, kind of ordeal.
It's a good question. Dick has this kind of avoidance to believing or accepting visions and dreams, and Corey believes, you know, 100% in her visions and dreams. It's kind of an interesting, you know, character perspective of the two, you know. But as the season goes on, Dick starts to realize that, you know, some visions and dreams and you know, some of those things are destiny, and some of them, you know, are there for a reason, and that's one of them. You know, it's not something that he, you know, relies upon for the basis of their relationship, but it's something that reminds him of his love for Corey, and kind of, you know, yeah, it just reminds him of that, and I guess just teaches him to go forth and be true to that and honor that.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Awesome.
Right on.